What's up, everybody? Welcome to Earth Huggers Lapidary, where all of our jewelry is handmade by us. We use natural minerals, fossils, wood, stone, and recycled materials. We make no duplications of anything. I wanted to give you a brief overlook on what actually goes into designing a piece. We just don't go to your typical Walmart or Michael's and buy beads and put them on a string and call it jewelry. We start off by first finding what they call rough stones, the way you would naturally find them in the ground. This is an example of natural peridot and the way it would be discovered with its matrix being basalt. I would take and first evaluate the stone, take a look at it, see the quality of the gemstones that's in there, and decide how I would like to utilize this piece of stone in jewelry, or if I want to just keep it as a rough item. From there, I have a Bauchelin microscope, which I can dig in a little deeper and find any kind of fissures that might be in there that might crack during the actual grinding process. And this is all going towards making you the best quality piece with the best quality of stone. And I have stone from all over the world, everything from dinosaur bone, dinosaur dung, jade. I've got Tiffany stone. It's, you name it, we pretty much have stones from everywhere. We have sea glass from Cuba, Afghanistan lapis and sodalite. But from that point, what I would do was go over to this particular station, and where I would basically cut the shape. I try to stay away from typical retail shapes, the squares. I let the stone do whatever it wants to do. And once I cut it, I move over to, and again, back to this. In order to cut stone, you need to cut it with the hardest possible stone that's out there, and that's diamonds. All of these cutting wheels have different grits of diamonds in them in order to cut through the stone. Okay? And from the 600 to 1200 to 170, 325 grit, that's where I'll go from there. Sometimes I use a template. As you see, they're hardly ever used. But I create my own templates, and I let the stone create whatever it's going to create. I might come over and some pieces might break. This machine right here is called a Cab King. And what it does, again, diamond wheels, different grits of diamond wheels, and it's 6 sets here. It goes onto a polisher and allows me to polish it. I have another fine polisher on the side, and I go to my big heavy duty polisher to bring out that extra buff that you find in your jewelry. Diamond drill bits, they drill through the stone. They also, if you look closely, there's also diamond bits on those in order to drill holes. So there's a lot of work that goes into that. Even down to the final phase of polishing, I use cerium oxide in order to give that high end polish. This particular stone here is just fragments of what's called parrot stone. I'm working on some now. This is where fissures caused it to crack as I was cutting my design. So basically, I left the design the way it was once it came out. So I'm going to use that, and I might make, it could be a belt buckle, it could be a pendant, but I'm going to continue to work with this. And when you're grinding, there's different grits that you use, but there's also water that's needed to keep the diamonds from getting hot. And I would continue to do this on each wheel until I get the curvature or the mold that I want, and each wheel knocks out the scratches of the other wheel until I get a high-end polish. Well, it's that time of year for me to be here in the shop creating jewelry for you this spring. So I look forward to earning your business, and you need to, come and see me. Earth Huggers Lapidary. Bye.